Like really a fitting end to his career, leading Middlesex to the championship. And John...
Right, here we go. Headingley, 1981.
Shot. Follow that, and did so quite nicely. 4 more to Graham Wood. He doesn't muck around, this fellow. He outscored everyone at Lord's in the early part of the Australian innings.
Yes, he's put the bat on this one very nicely. Didn't really get his foot there.
Chris Holt now to bowl to Graham Wood. The first ball Wood has faced from Old, and it's really racing away down there. No real chance for Geoffrey Boycott. It accelerated instead of stopping as it neared the boundary edge.
At least 2 in that. Willis, although he seemed to labour after it a little bit, his throw was a good strong one. But really won't get them with balls like that. It really was a gift, and Wood making no mistake. Lovely open space, that extra cover. Just in time to change his mind about playing at that one.
Well, he's tried to take the bat away, but he's actually played it off the face down, and a really snappy piece of fielding by Ian Botham.
And that could go all the way. Dyson's first 4, taking him into double figures with nearly an hour's play completed. And there it is, the 50 up in only the 15th over of the morning. And with this fast outfield and a lot of close fielders, fine start by Australia. Inside edge, just in front of Taylor, and 4 runs.
It really doesn't look like being Chris Old's day. Good delivery, nips back. It's not that short. Little inside edge, must have gone very, very close to the stumps.
And he's gone, and Ian Botham has done it. 3rd ball. And the old magic returns, with a bit of help, I think one must say, from the pitch, because it did appear to keep rather low. But what a start, and what a morale booster for Botham, and indeed for Brearley and for England as a whole. 55 for 1 then.
And at that stage anyway, life was looking pretty good for Ian Botham, who had taken the 1 wicket to fall, that of Graham Wood, for 34. A struggling innings of 20 not out by John Dyson. Trevor Chappell hung on there until lunch. 5 more runs added to take the score up to 60 for 1. 105 minutes lost to play in rain out there with the covers going on, and rather a dismal sight. We pick up play now after lunch, and it's Chris Old coming into bowl to Trevor Chappell. Just 2 leg byes added to that total to take it to 62 for 1. And in the commentary box, Tom Graveney and Christopher Martin-Jenkins.
And remember, Chappell was out at Lord's when he was unable to avoid a ball he was trying to leave, and he wasn't so far off. gloving that one as well.
And that's far too close to the off stump to leave. Very useful piece of bowling here by Chris Holt.
But he's off the mark now. In the one-day international up here, got hit by a nasty delivery of that type from Mike Hendrick. Always put him down. Gower at third slip. Normally very safe, difficult one. He got both hands to it. It was to the left, to the more awkward side for a right-handed fielder.
Mike Brearley, some 3.5, 4 yards away. Beautifully timed, and that'll beat Boycott. There's a good stroke from Dyson.
Thinking about a square cut here, but he doesn't really pick the bat up enough to go for that shot. Perhaps he does when he's really in and flowing, but not at the moment.
That outfield is so fast down here at our end of the ground that there's no chance of any of those close-in catches cutting it off. Just a little gentle, almost a soft edge. 41 Dyson, 7 Chappell. Well, you'd hardly believe it.
So the 100 coming up for Australia in the 43rd over. And the scoreboard a little slow to react. They're going for it again. They've got it, and there is John Dyson's 50, and that is a great moment for this young man from New South Wales, not so very young, 27 years of age, and it's the first 50 that he's made since his very first Test innings against India at Perth in 77-78. Yes, that's going to be 4 runs. And that is John Dyson's highest score in Test cricket, and probably the best shot he's played. And with each passing delivery, this looks a more valuable innings. Quite a pleasant evening now, and every hope that we'll continue through till 7 o'clock with the extra hour being played, which would mean that we would only have lost 3/4 of an hour altogether. And that's going all the way. Pitching too short, and following on the freest shot that Dyson has played, Chappell also getting a satisfying 4.
Short and outside the off stump, and only cover and mid-off to beat. Graham Dilley coming in to John Dyson.
don't believe it, but it's happened. 3 have gone down now, and that was hard, and to his left it was only a half chance, I think.
Really, this shot was beautifully timed by John Dyson, hit it right in the middle. And I think it was almost self-protection there for Ian Botham. He did very, very well to stop it.
That's a fine shot. Dilly doing a lily. The autograph books on the boundaries down a deep fine leg. Good top spinner, and he picked it well. Smashed it in great style past square leg. Really just pitching a fraction too short there, but Dyson was very, very quick onto that. This partnership and the one between Wood and Dyson will be seen to be quite priceless to Australia. I just have the feeling that 2 of the Australian bowlers, at least Lilly and Lawson, that's safely away, too short from Willie. No real chance of being caught except by the keeper there. Quite a safe stroke. So there's an easy 3 there. He's always going to stop just inside the boundary. Ian Botham, the fielder. Good shot. That's the shot of the day as far as Dyson's concerned. A glorious stroke. Perfect placement. The ball itself wasn't all that bad, perhaps a fraction short. But he cracked it beautifully off the back foot. Oh, he's gone. Caught behind. Trevor Chappell out, caught Taylor bowled Willie, and spin takes the second wicket. 149 for 2. An excellent partnership between Dyson and Trevor Chappell comes to an end. They took the score from 55 to 149. Shot. Boycott doing the chasing. Only 3 there quite easily, but Dyson quick to come back. Up comes the 150. It's not what all the applause is for. The applause was for Geoffrey Boycott's return from the outfield.
And there it is, off the edge. John Dyson has reached his first Test 100 in his 12th Test match, having never before made more than 53 in a Test innings. Marvellous moment for him. And more than that, a vital innings for Australia.
Done him. John Dyson has gone just in the last 20 minutes. A little loosener from Graham Dilley there. He really wasn't putting anything into it at all. And Dyson, as he has done a couple of times on this tour, was hitting it away through mid-wickets. Brings up to 200 for Australia. Well bowled. Not often he's bowled it straight. And he's had the pleasure of giving the crowd another little signal. But you've got to be a very good bowler to be able to do that to the crowd. They generally have the last word. Ray Bright has gone. Bowled Dilly for 7. It's 220 for 4.
Very good delivery, this. Swinging a little bit away. And very, very good delivery. And there's Graham Dilly following through and giving the crowd the old hi-ho. And I don't think he's really entitled to do that.
There's 3 good deliveries from Dilly to Yallop. Very well timed. It went in the air, but would have been a remarkable catch for Gower had he been able to dive away to his right and get the hand to it, but it was beautifully timed by Kim Hughes. Very good shot, way through mid-wicket. That outfield is still quick despite the rain. Quick enough for Hughes to pick up 3. Field setting there. David Gower is the man away at cover point. It's well bowled and pretty well played in the end. That could have gone anywhere, and in fact Hughes managed to keep it out of the clutch of the 3 slips in the gully.
And this one really took off. Fairly short, but it really climbed very, very high. And Kim Hughes did extremely well to keep it down. It was interesting to see that his cap flew off then and very nearly went on the wicket.
Oh, that's a fine ball.
Bob Willis has made 1 or 2 really bounce and rear here, and this one leaves the bat. A terrific delivery.
Well, it must have been close. He shuffled across. Whether it had pitched outside, perhaps the playback will reveal.
I should think probably getting the benefit of the doubt for playing forward, possibly going a little bit down the leg side. Good delivery, though.
Well, wide half volley, almost full toss in fact, but he waited for it to bounce and just eased it away on the half volley. No one down there. 4 runs, thank you very much. Oh dear, Wes is having no luck. Yallop has generally made a rather more confident looking start than he has at other times in this series. 11 to him now, bringing up the 250 in the 17th over with the new ball.
What a fine shot. Head down, perfectly still, belted it through the covers. And that's his 50. A tremendous shot by Kim Hughes.
It looked like 4 runs, just as well for England that Peter Willey was in the path of it. He really got hold of that, Kim Hughes.
A real rank short one here, short and wide, absolutely in the slot for a cracking square cut, which it got, but he hit it straight at Peter Willey, whose fingers he's stung. He really was going like a rocket. That tells it all.
Whereas Dilly only had 2 slips, there are now 3 slips in the gully for Chris Old, plus a short leg as he bowls to Yallop. Tucked away by Hughes. Willis is after it. He didn't quite time it as well as it had appeared at first, and Willis has cut it off, almost cut his foot off on the rope at the same time. And that's going to be 4 runs. It was in the air. And poor Chris Old just simply has not had any luck at all. Willey after it and just gets them. Three more to Graham Yallop. That's, oh no! Graham Gooch dropping what can only be described as a sitter. First chance of the day, but the 4th of the game so far to go down for England. And Gooch seemed to see it all the way. And then he had another chance.
Chris Old. He's finding the outside edge quite regularly, Chris Old. $300 for 4. 77 Hughes, 29 Yallop.
Oh, yes, good shot. First bounce into the crowd at mid-wicket. Oh, he could be out, both of them underneath. He's caught it, and that's the end of Kim Hughes' innings. A leading edge. He was looking to turn it on the onside somewhere wide of mid-on, and both of them swinging it, as indeed he has all day, and at last England getting a ball to go to hand, and not only that, but catching it, and he could hardly have dropped it. So Hughes out for 89, a very fine innings indeed. That wasn't such a good delivery, and Yallop put it away very well to get his 50. A thoroughly worthy innings. That's a good way to open your account. Lovely, satisfying off drive by Alan Border.
It's very well fielded by both of them, and he's done himself no good at all there. He had to do it. It had to be thrown because there's a chance of the run out. You can't pull your throw in a situation like that.
And here it is, and there was a great mix-up in the calling here. Stop, start, and there's no doubt that if Ian Botham had hit the wicket there, Yallop would have been 2 yards out. But it certainly hurt him.
And on the field, that little figure there in the crowd, Geoffrey Boycott, just becoming more visible now, signing a few thousand autographs. Not far away. He didn't go all that far forward, I don't think. And Botham once again swinging that ball into the left-hander. He was beaten by the swing. Botham's third wicket, and a good one to take after injuring that arm once again. Must be gone. Botham has struck again. 58 to Yallop. Australia now 357 for 7. Oh, look at that dismissal. Very, very faint edge, that one. Couldn't get anything more faint, in fact. 357 for 7. Yallop out for 58. Rodney Marsh is on 2. Oh, that's well hit. And really, Chris Auld had no chance of picking that up. It was a brave effort to go for it, but that was hit fiercely down the ground.
Well, Rodney Marsh special, that one.
Flurry of activity amongst spectators. Oh, beautiful stroke, Rodney Marsh. Absolutely effortless. Botham gets his first 5-wicket haul since the game before he took over as captain. And that was the game too in which Bob Taylor, 40 years old today, broke the world record for test victims. So the partnership working wonders again. And Jeff Lawson, the 8th man out, having made a very useful 13 and held England up for a further 3/4 of an hour.
Up comes 400 for Australia. And that's a very good effort in this third test match. Kim Hughes having won the toss and batted. On him. Botham picks up another one. Marsh gone for 28. Australia 401 for 9. And is it worth the closure now with the sun out and the chance of 10 minutes at the England batsman?
Well, another nice big swinger right up in the block hole there, and nice leg stump Yorker, which got Rodney Marsh just round and over the ball.
And in fact, wiser thoughts have prevailed, and in fact the closure has come. It's a very good declaration from Kim Hughes, 401 for 9. Hughes himself making 89, Yallop 58, and Marsh hit strongly for 28 towards the end, and it gave Hughes the chance to have just a couple of overs at Gooch and Boycott towards the end. Play went on to 7 o'clock this evening because there'd been an hour's play lost due to rain earlier in the day. The England bowlers, I thought Bob Willis struggled a little bit today. No wicket for 72. Chris Old, none for 91, was unlucky, and Graham Dilley picked up 2 wickets without ever really having his line as he would have wanted it. Ian Botham, 6 for 95, 39.2 overs and 11 maidens. He was the star of the show, and I thought did very, very well today. Showed a lot of courage with that arm injury, and Peter Willey bowled just the 2 overs early in the day and then wasn't asked to come in again. Close, yes. That was a very strange shot to play first ball. He just seemed to be playing it away on the onside, and it looked to me to pitch, well, the very furthest out it could have been was middle and leg. Neatly tucked away there. Lawson to the Boycott, Lawson doing the fielding. Touch of relief in the applause there. Local hero. Nesborough, great supporters of Sir Geoffrey Boycott. He's off the mark. Ray Bright doing the fielding.
Bowled. He had to play that, I'm sure.
Difficult thing to know is just how much it goes in the air. Well, that one went straight through the gate. Actually, that didn't beat him outside. It beat him inside the bat. Just missed the off stump. I think Mike Brearley must have been waiting for the death rattle there, because that's the one that does get you out when it goes through there.
And he's out, caught behind. The one that went the other way, and just a little thin edge. And the safe gloves of Rodney Marsh doing the rest. So England's captain goes for 10. And Alderman has got his second wicket. England are 40 for 2. Alderman to Gar. Nice, solid stroke to get off the mark.
Possibility, of course, is that Jeff Lawson, having seen the England bowlers spraying it about, and then Dennis Lilly also spraying it about, might take it into his head to actually bowl at the wicket and let the pitch actually do the damage for him.
And he has done exactly that. Jeff Boycott, who's shown signs of being a little discomfited by Lawson's extra pace, falls to him again. And a picture of happiness, Jeff Lawson. What a marvellous start for him. His first over of the morning, and a vital blow to have struck, and England, with the follow-on figure at 202, are in a bit of trouble here, to put it mildly, at 42 for 3.
They're forgetting. Didn't quite time it. Trevor Chappell has the chance to cut it off, and it'll be 3 to Mike Gatting. .50 for 3 now. England, half century comes up, 152 to go to avoid the follow-on. 4 slips and 2 gullies waiting there for David Gower. stroke away through mid-wicket. Shot. Stroke of the morning. Safe and away over 0.4 more. Well, certainly not catching, whatever it is. Graham Wood, the man putting that down, which is as straightforward as the one that went to Graham Gooch yesterday. Dennis Lilly off his short run. Didn't even touch the hands, it hit him up on the wrist.
And the slips from left to right, Dyson at fourth, Alderman at third, Border at second and Wood at first. And that one is down. Very low indeed, but I think nonetheless a chance to John Dyson at fourth slip.
Yeah, I don't think any doubt about that. That definitely carried to Dyson at first slip, at fourth.
And a marvellous delivery that by Jeff Lawson. What a wonderful way to come back, having had a catch missed off the previous delivery. He really put everything into that one. And Gower really nonplussed by it. And a fine catch too by Rodney Marsh, because it fairly flew through over his head. Willie off the mark straight away. And he's out. The fifth man to go, pushing forward down the line of the off stump. And he is frequently LBW Mike Gatting, and he's gone that way again. Dennis Lilly fooling him with that one.
Safely away for four. Good shot. It was in the air for about 20 yards, but he hit it very firmly away past Trevor Chappell's left hand. Must be some good attacking strokes like that as well, just to take the initiative away from the fielding side. Batsmen are doing that. One thing you've got to keep in mind is not to do anything silly, just to try and pick the right ball. Hold him. That's well bowled by Lawson. He's had a good spell there today. Really top-class piece of bowling and thinking there. 3 short balls and then the most perfect Yorker imaginable. 112 for 6 now. Willie goes, bowl Lawson for 8.
And there's no doubt that Jeff Lawson's been the bowler of the day.
Bob Taylor's come in as the non-striker. Ian Bertham's taking straight. Yep, same treatment. Super shot that. Little loosener from Alderman. .21 to both of them. Vicious, that one. Almost unplayable. And I think Rodney Marsh might even agree.
It's a tremendous delivery. Look at that. Whoops. Bounced. Left him. Tremendous delivery. Just shows that if people bowl straight on here, There's a lot in the wicket to help them.
Good shot, that. Picked that up beautifully. Way past square leg. 35 to both of them now. So you think that must go down as a chance? It looked to me from here as though it carried. Skipper Kim Hughes has gone to first slip because Graham Wood's off the field. Just looked as though it might have carried. We can have a look from the other end.
Good delivery, this. Bounce, everything there. And in fact, 50-50 chance, I would think. Probably pitched just in front of him.
Little birthday present there for Dennis Lilly, given by some young admirer down on the fence. Off the mark. Field will stay in for both of them now. Gives him the chance to hit away on the offside if he wants to. Stay in for both of them now. Gives him the chance to hit away on the offside if he wants to. Lilly's at mid-on, saving the single. Hughes at cover, Chappell at cover point. That's exactly what he wants to do. Number 44 for 6, and Botham has streaked away to 46.
The ball was straight. That was a good idea to stop him scoring, but it was just over-pitched. And it's a lovely straight drive.
Chase there for Trevor Chappell. That outfield's very fast. Good shot from Bob Taylor from that loosener from Lilly. And he's gone. Rodney Marsh, that was a good catch. He made a lot of ground to that, and I just got a feeling he sensed Kim Hughes wasn't going anywhere near it. And Rodney Marsh took it beautifully away on his right-hand side. Taylor is gone for 5. 148 for 7 now. And there was the old combination again there. Lilly to Marsh. 25% of Marsh's victims have come from Lilly's bowling. Lilly was up there to congratulate him because now Rodney Marsh has equalled Alan Knott's record of 263 dismissals in Test cricket. Marsh 71 Test matches, Knott 93.
For Ian Botham. A really fine innings in the circumstances by any standards, but a wonderful sight to see him hitting the ball with the same old freedom, and it really looks as though the shackles have dropped from his shoulders since the burden of captaincy has been lifted from him, and that is, I think I'm right in saying, his first 50 since his first innings as captain at Trent Bridge last year. Botham perhaps losing a bit of concentration. .36 now needed to avoid the 4-1. And he's gone. Very fine delivery indeed. Botham in that over just losing concentration, and Rodney Marsh appropriately breaks the world wicket-keeping test record off the bowling of Dennis Lillee, who must surely have given him more victims than any other bowler. And out, caught second slip. Thank you very much. Alan Border clinging on. Chris Old not quite in behind it. The ball just lifting and leaving him a fraction, and Alan Border making no mistake, so it looks as though Australia are going to make England follow on. And that'll be 4 off the amount they need. Unorthodox but highly effective. Graham Dilley, who's caused Australia quite a few problems with the willow already in this series. That was as if he was doing it in catching practice, and Lillee takes his 4th wicket on his 32nd birthday, so he's another Australian hero, and England have subsided somewhat limply and are almost certain to be asked to follow on, and this a rather strange final dismissal. Dilley perhaps changing his mind in the middle of his shot.
That's a dismal sight for England supporters. Just the one saving grace there. That splendid innings from Ian Botham, where he made 50 in 50 deliveries before he fell to the combination of Marsh and Lillee, the one that served Australia so well over the years. And what a great moment for Rodney Marsh there. He and Lillee have been 2 great cricketers for Australia, fitting that between them they should give Marsh the record of 264 victims to go past Alan Knott. The other England batsmen, the only 2 to impress at all were Gower and Gatting, and the rest were very much under the thumb of the Australian bowlers. Only 3 of them used, just another indication that you only need 3 quicks, you don't need 4 in a side. Dennis Lillee, 4 for 49, had the best figures in the end, but it wasn't one of Dennis's best days. He was a bit front on in action, and his line and length weren't all that he'd desire. Terry Alderman, 3 for 59, a little bit of rough treatment at Botham's hands, and Lawson, I thought, was the outstanding bowler, 3 for 32 in 13 overs and 3 maidens. So, despite Botham's splendid innings, England failed to save the follow-on by just 28 runs, and quite rightly, Kim Hughes asked them to go in again. We pick up the action now in the first over. It's the first ball. Dennis Lillee is the bowler. Graham Gooch has taken strike. Here's Tom Graveney and Chris Martin-Jenkins.
Lillee, who took 4 wickets in the first innings, bowled terribly well in his opening spell, but he now has 266 test wickets, and that equals Bishan Bedi's haul of test wickets. He's only the 4th highest wicket taker in tests now, those 2 together. And only Gibbs, Truman and Underwood are ahead of he and Bedi. So one way and another, it's a day of records. Rodney Marsh having taken his 264th victim in tests to become the highest wicket-keeping collector ever. And that's a catch, and a beautifully taken catch by Terry Alderman, diving to his left, and Graham Gooch is out for naught for the 2nd time today, having made only 2 this morning, and Australia have struck in their first innings, and England really are in great disarray here. Lillee finding the edge of Gooch's bat, and Alderman taking an absolute pearler of a slip catch, much the best slip catch that has been taken in this game so far. Very well timed stroke, and 4 runs. Awkward one for Lillee, but it was well timed. A satisfying start for the England captain. And that's found a gap as well. There'll only be one this time, Lawson coming round. Into the same gap, a bit closer to Lawson. Lilly again from the Caxtell Lane end. That's a good shot. Long chase back for Hughes, but it's going to be a vain one. And Mike Brady has been very precise on anything slightly over pitch so far this morning. Yes, easy as you like. Thank you very much to Terry Alderman at third slip, and the first victim of the morning for Dennis Lilly.
And an excellent delivery, this, pitched on the off stump. He had to play at it, and it just left him off the seam, and Terry Alderman made that catch look very, very easy.
Oh, straight through him. And Gower almost looks as though he didn't see that one.
Minutes batting for David Gower, and now he's off the mark. Safely away for 4.
Wide delivery this from Dennis Lilly, and really if England are going to have any chance, they've got to cash in on the bad ball.
Chasing and throwing there from Trevor Chappell. And a fine shot from David Gower. That was very well bowled, but my word, it did cut a long way off the seam. Alan Border safely took it there at slip. I reckon that must have pitched around about middle and leg and finished up outside off stump. David Gower has gone for 9, 37 for 3 now. Excellent piece of bowling from Terry Alderman. I'm not too sure there's very much Gower could have done about that. He's gone in 37 minutes. Yallop doing the fielding. Gatting turned blind there. I don't know if he really intended to go for the second, but he had his back to Yallop and he was turning at the non-striker's end. That was very nasty. Not much Geoffrey Boycott could do about that. It's got up from a good length and hit him on the hand. That's close, yes. I'm afraid he has to go LBW again. Second time in the match, Mike Gatting, and Alderman has struck again. He removed Gower. Now he's taken Gatting. and England 41 for 4.
Like getting felt it might have been going down the leg side. The keeper's fairly well in line with the leg stump. That's usually quite a good guide.
On board now, and boycott goes to 18. He's off the mark, but for one instant he must have wondered where it was going.
Showing that he can attack as well when the opportunity arises. It won't go for 4. Chappell catching up with it just inside the long off boundary. And just... No, he's coming back for the second. Despite a good return from Lilly. Lawson, I think, trying to repeat the Yorker which he produced for Willie in the first innings, but Peter Willie digging that one out successfully.
It's 4 runs, very fine glance. The shout came from Lilly, who thought the ball had got through Willie's defence. Shot. It's gone like a rocket. Great shot. This pair doing the right thing by their skipper, Mike Brealey, who's there with Rodney Hogg. Rodney Hogg still on tour with the side, having got through his fitness test at Lord's, which will have delighted everyone. The man to whom you should take the short single, but I suspect Boycott had just made it. It would have only been an inch or 2 in it. So in the air, that one, but still a beautiful stroke from Peter Willie to bring up the 100 for England. 102 for 4 now, and Willie has gone to 31. Beautifully placed. Now that is really good thinking. A superb piece of captaincy. A magnificent piece of bowling, and Peter Willie is gone. That's one of the best pieces of tactical thinking I've seen in a long time.
Very, very good piece of out cricket by Australia. There it is. Mind you, the delivery was tremendous because it climbed that little bit higher and got Peter Willie a little bit tucked up, and he really only chipped it rather than hit it to that short third man there. But very, very fine performance by the Australian side there.
And what a nice way for Dennis Lilly to become the greatest ever wicket taker in the history of Anglo-Australian tests. Goes past Huey Trumble's record of 141.
Yeah, what a triumph for him it would be if he could still be batting at 6 o'clock this evening. Lovely shot. Allman pitching up again, inviting him to drive, and Ian Botham needs no second invitation. And that's again beautifully timed. It was backward a square, but it's 4 runs nonetheless. And that's taken a long time to go down. There's a big gap there. Should be 2. Dyson the field up. And although the sun may be shining, still a bit of a problem with these flying papers. And he's gone, and a very reluctant lever of the crease. Alderman getting the vital breakthrough for Australia when it seemed that Boycott just simply couldn't be penetrated. And he does not look very happy with that, but that's partly, I'm sure, because he's not put a foot wrong and really never looked like missing the ball at all. But he is out LBW for 46 after 215 minutes of superb defence. So Bob Taylor off the mark. Soft dismissal, but very well bowled. The man placed there for it, and Ray Bright making no mistake, a simple catch. Lifting a bit, and Bob Taylor, sometimes inclined to pop the ball up in that area, becomes the 7th man out and Alderman's 4th victim. Rather disappointed with himself.
Runs. Botham's 27 not out, Dilly 10 not out. Here's Alderman. Four. It's a good shot too. Smashed away to the left hand of cover. Stopped. It's a great piece. Well, that's bad luck. Bad luck. It's a lovely shot and a superb piece of fielding to get to it. Overthrows. Go for 4.
And what a splendid shot. Very wide, very well pitched up. And Graham Dilly continuing his successful policy before tea. Splendid shot. And that brings up the 50 partnership. Oh, beautiful stroke. Beautiful stroke. Find the gap with no trouble at all. Another tremendous blow through the covers. And round the wicket or over the wicket, they're coming all alike to Graham Dilley at the moment, and that now is his highest test score for England, 39 not out.
Action replay from the last over.
And he got 16 in the second innings of that, his first test match at Perth, and batted for a long time in both innings, and particularly in the second innings in a losing cause not dissimilar to this one, although on that occasion he batted defensively for a long period. So there's no doubt that he has the ability. And he brings up the 200 to a great cheer from this Yorkshire crowd, who are relieved to see the home team at least putting up a fight here. And not quite where he intended, but it brings him his 50 nonetheless. His second 50 of the match, and that broad smile conveying the old sense of enjoyment. Safely over the top of Hughes's head. And a bit of a risky blow that, but he's got away with it.
I think he hit this one somewhere near the splice. But he's such a powerful man, and it carried deepish mid on.
So just 8 needed now to make Australia bat again. Oh, now it's 4 needed. 3 fours in a row, and the last 2 owing a bit to luck, but he's really having a lovely time, and so the crowd.
Good Sunday League shot, this. Overslip. 4 runs all the way.
Absolute thoroughbred stroke.
This is what we were saying a little while ago. This is a perfect shot. He stays where he is, he doesn't pull that front leg away, and he hits it right in the middle, and England go into the lead.
And that'll be 4 more. And Hughes putting a great deal of thought, as you would expect, into his field placings here. Between Ian Botham and Graham Dilley in just 70 minutes, which have, if they haven't turned the match upside down, they've certainly turned the character of the match upside down. Really been a splendid innings.
In there, and in the end there was very good running. And I suspect it was always on the cards once Alderman decided that would be his angle of attack. Complete change of angle there was always likely to nonplus the left-hander. But what a splendid knock that was from Graham Dilley. 56. Bowled Alderman, and that gives Alderman his 5th wicket. Don't bother looking for that, let alone chasing it. It's gone straight into the confectionery stall and out again. Beautiful hit.
What a wonderful follow through.
Safely away for 4. That's a splendid 100. A great innings by Ian Botham. 50 in the first innings, a century in the second, and 6 wickets. A marvellous all-round performance to match some of the others he's produced for England, and a marvellous tribute as well from his teammates, all of whom have gathered, and Mike Greeley is just giving him the word to stick around. Safe and 4. Unorthodox but valuable. And up comes the 300 now.
And he's through. Safe. It's going up for his 25th 4, and that is Ian Botham's highest test score.
And that magnificent display of hitting from Ian Botham continued on to stumps when he was 145 not out. 351 for 9 England, and they'd given themselves a real chance of winning this match. Not many runs to play with, but I'll swear that Mike Brearley would have settled for 100 at one stage of the match when England were looking so bad. On Tuesday morning, this morning, England continued on, 5 runs added, 356 the total in all, with Botham 149 not out. Willis, the man out, caught Border bowled Alderman 2, a total of 356. And the bowling figures dominated by Terry Alderman, 35.3 overs, 6 maidens, 6 for 135. So
And the rest of the story with Australia set 129 to win.
That's a good shot. It's a good shot for 4. It'll get onto those practice pitches and really race away. And 4 more. Well, he doesn't intend to muck around, Graham Wood. Well, I don't think Wood is very keen on that, I suspect from the way he's looking at it, he thought he might have squeezed it into the ground. Both of them shouted, and we'll just have to have a look and see what happened with the wicketkeeper and the slips. 13 for 1. Caught Taylor, bowled Botham. Wood out for 10. That's a good shot for 4. Very little backlift there from Dyson, and he clubbed it away down the ground. A good stroke. John Dyson taking strike. Shot. Australia, 82 to win. England's 356 in the second innings, both of them 149 not out. Peter Willey bowling to Chappell. Half century up for Australia, chasing 130 to win. There from Chappell's bat, takes him on to 8. It's well bowled, and in the end very well steered away for 4. It really was a difficult delivery. He's gone. And there's not much that could be done about that. Trevor Chappell really had no chance. Very good piece of bowling from Bob Willis. The second wicket goes down at 56. Trevor Chappell caught Taylor bowled Willis for 8, and Dyson is 29 not out. Bowled and well played. That down very well. A good over from Bob Willis.
Well, very, very similar to the ball that got Greg Chappell out, perhaps fractionally more offside, and Hughes did very well to handle that one.
Oh, what a good catch. Everything is running for both of them. Runs, wickets and catches, and the Australian captain goes for naught. Caught both of them, bowled Willis. Hughes has gone, and it's 58 for 3. Oh, good catch. Super catch that. Marvellous reflex action there. Yallop has gone without scoring. 58 for 4 with Dyson 29 not out. What a marvellous catch, and what a great session for England.
Oh, good shot. 4 runs. Heartening stroke for Australia. Unlucky.
Where do you go from here? Twice and an over. He really has bowled 2 magnificent deliveries.
And he's out, he's gone. Played on. Chris Hill gets his first wicket of the match at an absolutely vital time, and what a crucial wicket too. Alan Border, such a stalwart of this Australian batting side, 65 for 5, 65 needed, 5 wickets to fall. It's off the mark, but he didn't know a great deal about it. Off the glove. On it, he's gone. Going for the hook, which he'd played so well in the previous over, but Bob Willis's extra pace getting him, and look at that look of suppressed excitement on Mike Braley and other England fielders. Willis's 4th wicket. Played and off the mark too for Ray Bright.
There's the Australian balcony. I think that's Fred Bennett sitting outside. I would have thought that perhaps the next batsman in might be out there getting used to the light.
56 to win. Willis to Marsh. In the air, Dilly is underneath it, and he's caught it! A very, very good catch indeed in the circumstances. He didn't have much room to play with, another foot and he would have been over the boundary. Willis has taken his 5th wicket. Sooner or later, Rodney Marsh had to go for the big hit. And England are holding their catches just at the time when they need to. 74 for 7, Australia. Five for 24 at the moment. He's got a touch and he's gone. Willis has taken his 6th wicket. Lawson out for 1. And England on the brink of an absolutely sensational victory, which is going to go down as one of the most amazing Test victories of all time if it happens. A little before this time yesterday, English cricket was being buried. Oh, and that's very effective indeed. 4 runs. That is, he's a most canny cricketer, Dennis Lilly. That was extremely clever thinking on his part. Quite deliberate uppercut.
Astonishing shot. He definitely gave it a lift.
Was it off the glove? We shall soon know. No, it was not. Gatting thought it was, and Dennis Lee quick to rub a part well away from the wrist.
Tactics on both sides are right, that these two have got to play as many strokes as they can, and England must keep the ball just as they can't quite drive. Oh, that's a good shot. That was very well picked up by Bright. It didn't get up all that much, and I don't think it was all that short either.
Chris Holt dragging this one down a little, and Ray Bright onto it like a shot.
quite get that, I don't think. But he got it well enough to bang it into the fence. It's square. And again, I didn't think it was all that bad a ball. It seemed to me to be picked up off around middle stump. Up comes the 100 for Australia. 100 for 8, 17 now to Bright. And 9 to Lilly, 30 to win. The outside edge. Boycott doing the fielding. Yes, with that previous ball, I was doing Chris Old a bit of an injustice when I said it was probably pitching around middle and leg, because it started off on off stump and then cut in. So now that a little bit of pressure is back on the England bowlers, what do this Australian pair have in mind? They keep on playing their shots, which has been successful so far. The moment they came together, the score is 75. There's 27 been added. That's a good shot. It just couldn't have been placed better by Dennis Lilly. You wouldn't believe that the ball could get between Chris Old and Graham Dilley down there on the boundary. Lilly is 17, Bright 19. Oh, what a good catch. And Lilly has miscued it to mid-on. Gatting didn't sight it to start with. Couldn't pick it up in the background, then got it. And it needed a dive forward to take a great catch. 110 for 9, and the first one Willis got up into Lilly's half, produced the wicket. Lilly out for 17, caught Gatting, bowled Willis. He's got him. Oh no, he's put him down. Chris Old. Third slip.
Certainly appeared to carry this one, and Chris seemed to have it absolutely under control.
And I think that carried as well. It's just as well as not Keith Fletcher. And it is one of the most fantastic victories ever known in Test cricket history. Bob Willis, 8 wickets, a fabulous performance. England have won this match after one of the most astonishing fightbacks you could ever see. And what a remarkable scorecard that is. 111. England regard that as the devil's number. Well, there was no devil's number about it today. Australia beaten and England winning by 18 runs. Only John Dyson, 34, Wood 10, Bright 19 and Lilly 17 reaching double figures. And the men who made it all possible for England, a really sensational performance this. 15.1 overs, 3 maidens, 8 for 43. It's his best ever Test match performance, Bob Willis. And I don't think I've ever seen him bowl better. He bowled like a man inspired out there today. It was almost as though he was in another world. Well, right after the game, right after the end of this extraordinary game of cricket, Peter West spoke first with Mike Brealey.
Mike, I don't know quite what adjective to use. It has to be one of the most fantastic victories in all Test match history.
You said it. I say it too.
I mean, what are your thoughts looking back? Because when you followed on, you were almost as dead as a dodo. You were 105 for 5, and look what's happened now.
I don't really think about it, you know. It's, I don't know, Ian Botham, they called him Jessup in the papers today. I mean, it was the most remarkable innings I've ever seen, I should think, in the Test match. We didn't bowl very well those first 2 days, did we?
Not very. The out cricket let you down a bit.
Yeah, I think it was a good pitch to bowl on throughout, and 200 wasn't a bad score. 170 wasn't a bad score, and we got 350.
I checked out of the hotel yesterday morning, and perhaps that's the secret. I don't know.
Well, maybe I can get you to talk about the bowling of your colleague Bob Willis.
He's flaked out in the bath at the moment, and I don't blame him. It was tremendous, absolutely magnificent piece of bowling, and it was great to see Bob come back and prove all his critics wrong this winter when they wrote him off.
Test series, welcome to the highlights of